I doubt you can hear me over the really loud music. Turn that on. Pipe down, you. Hi. Welcome to Family Showdown. Obviously, but don't tell me to talk.
I poke you.
Yeah, I can't. Elbow fight. Good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Family Showdown. Tonight we're doing a top 10 of games we've outgrown. Although that scene looked kind of cool. I think I want to live there. I'm going to become a hermit.
It's okay. It outgrows as long as you're living in the outgrown.
Yes. Outgrowth looked rather pretty. I like that.
All right.
Hello, chat peeps. Good to see you all.
Do some housekeeping here real quick.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to lose my voice now. I don't know what's going on exactly with this lovely virus thing, so I'm sorry if I sniffle a little bit. I'm trying not to.
Alrighty, folks. So, our top 10 games we've outgrown.
So, discuss. What's the deal with your outgrown? How did
I always discuss first. Let's let you discuss yours
first. We're going to mix it up. Watch out, people.
Because we did not, beyond the top 10 games we've outgrown, we have not defined it. So, we could have
we left this.
We could have went this.
That's true.
We could have went completely different directions with this. So.
Oh, I'm curious what you
So,
did.
I want to hear what your... Or are we going to just make it a surprise? Now let's hear what
No, we didn't discuss this because you're going to... Otherwise, I'm going to probably tick off a lot of people tonight. Sorry. I'm going to pull a Sam. Don't care. These are ones I've outgrown. But what I did, I decided not to do... I did kind of 2 games that were from when I was younger just because I didn't want to make it outgrown and really as literally outgrown because then I'm like, yay, they're all kids games. Duh. That just seemed too... cheesy. So I went with games that I might still play grudgingly, but I feel like the games that I picked on my list are, I don't know, there's other games that I think either do it better or play better now, to the point where I would not voluntarily say, hey, let's play this game now. That's where I went with mine outgrown.
Okay.
Did you go cheesy? Is that why you smiled like that?
Kind of. So
well, you played.
I will say this.
Your games versus my games as a kid, they were very different.
This is probably going to be our most negative list we've ever done.
Yeah, this is controversial.
So I'm curious how this goes. But that said, everything on my list at one point in my life, I greatly enjoyed.
Oh yeah. Me too.
Nothing on this list is something I despised and just stopped playing, or I played it, didn't really want to play it, but I played it anyway. These are all games that one time or another in my life I really, really, truly enjoyed.
Yes.
And the majority of them ended up being mass market games.
Now that's interesting, because mine definitely are not. I may have a couple, but... Of course, nowadays, it's kind of interesting, the idea of what games are mass-marketed have expanded greatly, but that's more recent development,
That's true, too.
So,
But, when I was younger, with a few exceptions, the majority of the games I played were mass-market.
Oh, yeah, same here.
I had, no access to any of the bigger games, really.
I'm trying... I'm not even sure for the longest time if there was even a game store in our town.
The ones I got that weren't mainstream mass market when I was younger all came from, Walden Books.
Walden Books?
They would occasionally... They had, a little tiny little gamer section with, D&D books and fantasy novels and then, a few non-mass market games.
Oh, wow.
So that's where I got games like... Conquest of the Empire.
Oh, you found them there.
And Hero Escape and some of those other... I guess those were pseudo-mass market, but you couldn't find them at, the regular stores, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, that's where I got... So, the majority of the games I played up until probably high school were mass market games. So anyway, there you go.
That makes sense. So this will be interesting.
Yes, it will.
All right.
Welcome to all those that have joined. We'll put a caveat just in case you were not at our camera test.
Oh, yes.
There is a potential for the camera to lock up. So spam the chat if we lock up.
Yeah, as soon as it happens, because we may not see it right away as we're doing the top 10.
So let us know if the camera locks up.
New technology!
But the camera test went well. I
Yes.
think I got the settings good.
Yeah.
But all it takes is one little CPU spike and it locks up. So anyway. You want to start?
Yep.
All right, let's do this.
All right. I didn't necessarily have much of them in the way of order for that. What? Sorry. Poking with your pen. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. My number 10.
Hold on. Let's scroll back up. All right.
Fire the IT guy.
Ready? Let's do this.
All right. Whoa, it moved. Interesting. That's right. Leave it where it is. All right. My number 10. You ready now? How about now? Now. My number 10 is Mage Wars. Everyone's like, what? What? First of all, I think Academy replaced it entirely for me, first off, because I liked the concept when I first played it about moving around the board, but maybe just because the pace at which we play it, we don't play it frequently enough and stuff, it just seemed like it lagged, and there's so much stuff you couldn't do if you were like 2 spaces away and this and that, and just being able to say, you're right here, I'm right here, let's throw stuff at each other. That seemed to kind of change it. So yeah, I guess it's kind of the same game in a lot of ways, but it slimmed down a lot of things. I don't know. I'm not probably going to play Mage Wars unless someone really was just dying to play it and there was no one else on the planet that wanted to play with them. Because I'm like, I'd rather play Academy or something else that's the same kind of game that moves at a faster pace.
I've kind of come to believe that I don't really like that style of game where you're maneuvering things on a board. That's kind of an arena battle.
It just seems too slow. I don't know. For me, it feels like the pacing is slow. And maybe that's partly because I'm slow at the game because we don't play it frequently enough. So I'm like flipping through and I'm like, where's my spells? What am I doing? I don't know what this does. I need to read this twice. It slows it down to me
the Academy simplifies it and makes it easier, and you don't have the spatial thing of what's the range of this and what's the range of things like that. But I wonder if your list is going to become a games that killed other games list.
No.
No? Okay.
I do have several of those that are like that, but no.
All right.
Just my number 10 in particular has a direct replacement.
Okay. Well, mine have replacements too, so I guess it's similar. I mean, if you outgrown it, unless it's a category of games you don't like anymore, then you're going to have replacement games, right?
Yeah, to a point, yeah. So,
all right.
Absolutely.
My number 10. So you said yours didn't really have an order. Mine were kind of ordered from the games I would most likely play if someone asked me really nicely to play to games that I'll probably never play again.
I should have ordered it that way, but...
That's how my order is. So that's why my number 10...
I have cold brain.
I got to put my deflector shields up.
Oh, am I going to smack you?
My number 10
Am I going to smack
you? What? Trivial Pursuit.
I divorce you.
Don't make me laugh. My number 10 is Trivial
Oh
Pursuit.
my gosh. Is it because I beat you? It's because you
No,
don't
it's
win
not
anymore.
because I beat you as much as you beat me at that game. What I don't like about I love trivia. Love
Apparently
trivia.
not.
I think I've outgrown the roll again. Roll again.
Oh, that.
Roll again.
Yeah,
roll
that's
again.
true. After a while, you just
roll again.
throw questions
roll
at
again.
each other.
Roll again. Roll again. Roll again. I got a thing I don't need. Oh, it's my turn? Roll again. Roll again. Roll again. Roll again. Seems like for every time you move one time...
You move 67 other times,
you
right?
bounce back and forth between all these spaces. So, I just want my... and another thing about the Trivial Pursuit is... When you're asked a question, it's you either know it or you don't.
Well, yeah, so...
I mean, you either know it or you don't.
Yeah?
I kind of like the trivia games where... like Wits and Wagers and America and Fauna and Terra where...
You're gambling.
Where you basically, you not only do you might know the answer, right? But you also know, I think Rebecca knows, so I can kind of play off what she does.
You mooch! Mooch!
I'm just saying, it just seems like it's more interactive. And Trivial Pursuit is, you're asked a question, you either know it or you don't, and
exactly.
you move on.
That's right. Haha, suckers, you don't know the answer. I beat you.
So I think Trivial Pursuit was it's an awesome... I like the questions. I like the idea of answering. You have to be diverse in your knowledge.
Unless you get one of the specialty ones.
But anyway.
Lord of the Rings Trivial Pursuit.
I like that, but I don't like the roll and move aspect of it, and the roll again, and the fact that if you need like that last piece and you're trying to land on one spot on the whole board and you're bouncing all over the place and you can't land on that one spot for 10 turns.
It's really annoying. It's so annoying. I don't know why I like Trivial Pursuit, honestly, because I hate the rolling issue. You guys know me.
Yeah.
And I struggle every time.
So yeah, I mean, you could be running away with that game, but then it takes you 7 turns to get that land, just to land on the spot you need for that last question.
It's so true. It's so painful.
So yeah, it's. I think it was amazing. I love this game. I played it like crazy when I was younger, but I
gave up in old age.
It just the roll and move piece of it just doesn't work for me. If it was more like even if you just pull out the box and you have to answer 2 of each category first or something, where you're not. Where it's or
like lightning rounds or something where you're like, mixing it up. I agree.
And another thing about True, I'm on. This is gonna be such a negative list. Just get ready, guys. Another thing about Trivial Pursuit, you'll get a question, like you'll give someone a question is like, what is the capital of Texas? And the next question is, what's the exact point in longitude and latitude that the last Olympics occurred? And you're like, what is that? It's like the range of questions are like off the charts. You have like crazy easy and crazy complex, and it's all anyway.
It's awesome. I love it when it's game ender questions like that, and it's like, what's the name of Mickey Mouse's dog? And they're like, you've got to be kidding me! Flip the table, and it's fantastic.
Anyway, Trivial Pursuit. The chat's saying that this is the list that ends the family showdown. All right,
you can tell we don't consult on our list.
What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Descent. And as everyone's like, what? Here's why. It's not that it's a bad game. Again, I don't think Mage Wars is a bad game. I like Descent, but for whatever reason, dungeon crawls do not make it to our table anymore. And it's to the point where I'm like, it's so much work. And we're like, yay, we started a campaign. We don't get to touch it again for 3 months. Yeah. I don't remember what we did. After a while, I'm just like, I've lost my enjoyment of that. And the only reason, like, legacy games have survived is because we wig out on those and we play the entire thing straight through on some kind of crazy marathon. It's the only reason we've done that. And if we could, we would do that with Descent, but we haven't been able to get a dungeon crawl to the table regularly in years. And sadly, it's like, oh, Descent, I loved you, but farewell.
Yeah, when we were trying Arcade Quest, that's not really it's kind of a dungeon crawl, I guess, ish. Mm-hmm. But you're right. The thing about the dungeon crawl is, man, I get all psyched up. We're going to do this. Let's do this. And we play one game, and then like 3 months later, it's like, weren't we playing Descent?
Yeah, I was like, oh, is this something I earned in that last encounter?
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing is, it's like we start over, and the whole point of a campaign is to build off of it, and if you feel like you're pressing reset every time, I don't know, it just turns out to be like an exercise in frustration.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, every attempt we've had at a dungeon crawl has failed.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, I love you, Descent, but maybe again someday we'll revisit you.
Yeah.
But right now, it's
a great system. It seems like a really fun game, but I would need to be young without kids and have a lot of free weekends to play that game.
Yeah, to appreciate it the way we would play it. Right. Yeah, exactly. The college schedule.
That's a good one. I didn't think of those, but that's definitely a good one.
Sorry, Descent. I do love you, though.
All right, my number 9 is, I don't know. We'll see what it is.
Oh my gosh, he doesn't know. Oh! This will be exciting.
All right. My number 9 is... let's see what it is. Number 9 is Stratego.
Old school.
I used to love Stratego. Man, I played this game over and 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 over again. But I don't know if I would ever play it again unless someone asked really, really nicely, because it's just so random.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use a little bit of kind of deduction based on what the other person's doing, but for the most part, the game's pretty random. So.
Yeah. See, my brother played that all the time, and he was super good at it. I was okay at it, so I got the crap beat out of me every time we played it. So after a while, I was like, I'm kind of done with Stratego.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that game. That's a good one, though. It's a fun game, though. I don't know, the whole, like, mystery of where people hit it and just the psyops.
Yeah, but it's just the other person just randomly goes to where your flag is. I mean,
that's the point, though. You just like throw people at your guys.
He gets lucky and goes to the spot early, and then you don't find it for, I don't know. It's just,
yeah, it could be like in the most random place that you decided not to go to that time.
I mean, if they tricked it up, I mean, I'm just going out of the box here, but I mean, if you had like cards or something, like you could go like play a card and you can turn a thing around and use some strategy.
Oh, I see what you're
have some strategy to it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the straight up. Yeah, I can see that.
So
I could see that.
It's just not enough game there for me. I hear Command and Colors Ancients is similar-ish, but I don't really into war games. So,
but it's ancient.
Anyway, Stratego.
I'd be interested in the ancient war games. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I like ancient stuff.
Stratego. What's your number?
Stuff.
Number 8.
My number 8. Here's another one that may be controversial for people. I have chosen Agricola. Yes, it has a Latin name. Yes, I like that part of it. However, I feel like there's so many games that do Agricola much better. And if people asked, I'd be like, all right, I'll play it. But this game really suffers from, and this is where we get it's the butt of all of our feed your people jokes. Agricola is it. You spend the whole game, you labor over that. And honestly, like, Agricola, all creatures big and small, it takes all the cool parts out of Agricola. And you can play the cool stuff without having that constant, oh my gosh, I'm going to starve to death. My people are eating tree bark, that. So and I like the way the Caverna engine works. I like Caverna better. I don't know. I just feel like there's games that have kind of taken it and then took it another step and fixed a lot of the issues that I had with Agricola. So, sorry. Not sorry.
I would probably still play Agricola.
Oh yeah,
I would pick Caverna over Agricola.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's just Agricola. It just seems to me that it's very punitive. It's very kind of restrictive in what you have to do.
Yeah.
The draft, if you play the draft early on, if you don't know what you're doing and you draft poorly early on, you're toast. Someone that knows how to play better than you is light years ahead of you in the game.
Yeah.
Just so many different. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it can. I don't know. I just think that they were able to streamline that and do some great things with that game from it. It was like a great stepping stone. Yeah, I said it.
Well, I mean, no.
I know it's got good stuff, but I think
it may have been the first worker placement game we played.
That could be too. But I don't think that would have colored it that way. Usually I would tend to that. I would have fond memories of my first worker placement game. That would not be one I'd be like, oh, I'm sick of that.
It's an okay game.
I don't know. It's not that I don't like that game. It's not that it's a bad game, because I don't want to... None of the games that I picked I think are bad, even though you're probably going to disagree with me when you see all my games. But none of the games I picked were bad, I think. It's just that I don't know. I've outgrown them. I feel like there's other games that do it better, and I'd rather play those. So,
okay.
So there you are.
This one isn't quite outgrown. I mean, I would play this. I would still play this.
Oh, this should be your number 10 then, you cheater.
It's my number 11. Actually, I didn't even on my short list, but anyway.
Wow, what?
All right, my number 8. You were done, right?
Yeah.
Poor.
I'm not going to rant and rave about it. I mean, I still like the game. It's just that
my number 8 is... Clue.
That should be my number 11.
Clue.
And you know why.
There's a number of reasons, and this it may be a common theme in my games. No, another roll and move game. You can play this game. I roll a 1.
Takes you 20 turns to move.
I roll another. I roll a 2. I roll a 1. I roll a 1. And meanwhile, she's like 6, 6, 6, 6.
Actually, it's the other way around. I usually roll the 1s and he rolls the 6s, but yeah, you get the idea.
So Clue, yeah. So I like the deduction elements and the logic puzzle of it, but I do not like the roll and move aspect to it, and I don't like the people that cheat.
All right, I'll confess. I don't cheat.
Rebecca
games.
cheats.
This is the only game in the universe I will just openly declare. I tell everyone straight up, I'm like, I will cheat at this game. I suck at Clue. I don't know why, so I cheat. I tell everyone straight up I'm going to, and they still play with me.
Also, another thing I
I never win.
Another thing that bothers me about Clue is it's fragile.
Yes.
Because if someone gives you misinformation or messes up, it breaks the entire game.
Sure.
So, like, if you say, hey, so-and-so and the so-and-so and the so-and-so, and they're like, I don't have any of those. And then later on, they're like, oh, yeah, I had the pipe.
And you're like, ah! Yeah.
But anyway, Clue, I just think there's better deduction, logic, puzzle kind of games now. Like,
oh, yeah. No contest.
Like Whitechapel, and this is more like hidden movement, but it's still kind of deduction-y.
Vampire Radar?
I would probably play Vampire Radar over Clue.
Probably? Did you just say probably? Out.
Anyway, this is a good one. Again, the roll and move thing, you could just get unlucky with your rolls, but...
Oh, yeah. It takes me 20
and it's fragile, and it's
delicate.
And people can just get lucky and do the right thing.
Like the characters, and you can kill somebody with a candlestick or a wrench and a lead pipe, which I don't know where they found this lead pipe.
I just have no interest in playing it. It's right over there on our shelf.
It is. It's sitting there.
We own all the games on my list.
We do not own all the games on my list. You don't own Stratego. Not anymore,
nope,
anyway.
Not anymore.
Why'd you even bother looking? Look at that. Shame on you.
I own most of the games on this list.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Number 8, Clue. Not much more to it. Just it's dated. There's
that's
better
right.
deduction games now.
All right, now I'm gonna tick off a whole nother group of people.
Oh dear.
With my number 7.
Oh no! Well, this one should be on my list. Oh man, but it's just the wrong people. I'd play with them.
Oh, okay.
I'd play with.
Well, again, it's not a bad game. My game for number 7. My number 7 is Werewolf. You guys are like, okay. Before I qualify this, I like this game. If someone asked me to go play, I would probably go play it. It's just that we played this game to the ground. To the point where if I hear the slightest thing, I know who did it. And Hunter, I'm shocked this isn't on your list, actually. Hunter cannot, with our game group, he could not play it anymore.
Now, I will say this, I would not play it with my group. But I would play this like at a convention or among people that don't know me.
Yeah, there you go.
But so it's not dead to me. It's just dead
it's
to
not dead to me.
It's dead to my friends. My friends.
Yes, because
deaded it for me.
If Hunter's the werewolf, then let's try this. If Hunter's a villager, he'll die the first round because they pick him to die first. If he's the werewolf, then he doesn't die the first round, and everyone therefore knows that he has to be a werewolf because he didn't die the first round.
Yeah, they totally metagamed me out of that game.
Yeah, that's the thing. Our game group metagamed and broke this game for all of us, so we were like, okay. So yeah, I guess if we played with people that of all different groups that, like beginners and experts, mixed, people that don't know each other really well, stuff like that, like you said, at a convention, this would bring some life back into it and be fun again, but...
But I'd rather play Spyfall. I'd rather play...
Oh, Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. Hello. If you want to kill people off, you just...
It's different, though. It
is. Or even Salem. Oh, my gosh. I love Salem. And you're just, and... I
actually like this game. I actually enjoy this game quite a bit. It's just...
I do, too.
That the game group I used to play with, maybe I haven't played with the newer people we play with.
That's true.
But my old game group, like she said,
if
I was the villager, when the night happened, I would just lay down like this.
Yeah, he was done.
Because I knew I was dead. If I was the werewolf, I would be immediately, they would accuse me of being the werewolf. So.
Yep.
So, you don't know?
I just outgrew it. Again, I think it's a great game. And you're right. If we got invited to do that at a convention, I'd go.
All right, we can kind of crank it up. We're taking a long time. But this is fun. I like this. My number 7. Let's see if I'm going to make anybody mad with my number 7.
Probably.
Oh, dear. Here's my number 7.
Oh, my.
My number 7 is Munchkin.
You're not going to make anybody in this group mad.
Maybe.
Everyone's like, I hate Munchkin.
Maybe. I don't know. That game.
What's wrong with that game?
I played it a lot. I used to play it all the time, and I enjoyed it, but it invariably came down to whoever was in second place won every game.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So then it's the whole matter of trying to stay in second place,
place
the whole game. Because the reason
Attacking
is, I don't know
leader.
if you haven't played Munchkin, I don't know what rock you're living under, but if you haven't played Munchkin, that basically you're trying to level your character up and to a certain level, but at the end of the fight that gives you that last level you need to win, everyone just throws every card they have, bad card, on you so that you get annihilated.
Yeah.
And then the guy in second place comes in and they have no cards left, so they easily win it. So it's like the Olympic bicycle races where they kind of just slowly stay behind each other and draft off each other, and eventually they'll pass. And so you want to stay in second place.
Yeah,
Because...
and meanwhile, building up to that, though, as soon as someone takes the lead, you're like, ha, I attack you, and you, like, beat the tar out of him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a brutal game, and you hate being in the lead, because it's
And there's always that one person that just gets unlucky and is, like, level 1 the whole game.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much.
This game, I think I would enjoy it if it was somehow balanced, but that's not the point, right?
It's supposed to be more random.
The whole thing is it's
balance.
Munchkin. It's supposed to be completely unbalanced, right? But
don't go to fight the gazebo alone, people. That's all I'm going to say. Sorry.
Don't make me laugh.
Sorry.
Anyway,
I'm gonna kill him.
Munchkin, for all the reasons that everyone ever says, it's an okay game, but it becomes just a crazy fest at the end. It may as well just roll a die and see who gets the high number at the end to see who wins.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Munchkin. My number 7.
Yes. Meh. All right, so my number 6. Here you go. Here's my throwback game.
Oh dear, what is this? I'm gonna go off camera.
Oh, we killed him.
Oh my god.
He's gonna die. I killed him. So I had this really goofy game when I was in junior high and high school, and it's called Girl Talk. And I've outgrown this game, not because it's so cheesy and so horrible anyway, but really what happened is this game is so dated. For those of you that don't know about it and stuff, it was really, oh gosh, it's so cheesy. But it had stuff in there, especially in the final round. I drink. That, my best friend and I, our favorite thing on this was one of the options you had when you won the game or whatever is you prank call. You randomly dial somebody, prank call somebody. We always would just pick up the phone and dial a random number in town and just prank call that person. Well, now we've got caller ID and *69 and all these things. I mean, you instantly know who's calling you. They have killed the fun of prank calling, because the whole thing was about flirting with people and being stupid. So we were like, hee, is your refrigerator running? Just stupid crap. This game was awesome for that. It was so cheesy. And you can't do it anymore. The era of the prank calls, it's dead. I'm just saying. You guys, the whippersnappers these days, they don't understand the excitement of a true prank call. I'm just saying. That's just how it is. He's alive! He's alive! What's wrong, sweetie?
You made me choke. Can't laugh.
You didn't play Girl Talk Dateline?
No.
I'm gonna start keeping score how many times I kill you off in this.
I apologize for my coughing.
For your lack of Dateline gaming. You didn't call prank people?
No.
You didn't? Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, Laura and I did that all the time, man.
Whew.
Best game ever. At least for that.
Are you done?
Oh, I could talk about this for hours.
Okay.
No, but you might not be able to live through it.
Oh.
Girl Talk!
Okay.
I'd say go try it, but really shouldn't prank call people anymore. Just saying.
All right. I'll try to get through this.
And Tommy, don't say you're going to unsubscribe again, because I know you. You probably played it. You just don't want to tell anybody.
All right. What am I doing? My number 6? What number is this?
We're on number 6.
All right. My number 6 is Scrabble. Scrabble.
What? Oh, 2 thumbs down? Wow.
Scrabble. The reason is...
Oh, do tell.
I don't like it. I played it a lot when I was a kid, but it comes down to who knows the most words that have Q's and X, and that it has 3-letter words that are Q's and Z's. QUZ Like what? Oh, it's quiz in the ancient German.
But you can't use German. What is that nonsense? Who are you playing with?
I don't know.
Exactly.
The Scrabble. I mean, it's a good game, but it is really. Who knows the most? It should say Scrabble, and the subtitle should be, "Do you know obscure words?"
You can't even spit this out without joking now.
I can't laugh. Stop making me laugh, people. Let's get serious.
It's silent. I'm the only one else talking in here.
Let's get serious.
Yeah.
Drake, serious.
I'm so serious.
All right. So any Scrabble, it's just they're better. There's other word games I enjoyed more. I like paperback. I like. Yeah. There's ways to trick up word games
and honestly,
now.
like I like Upwards. It's basically Scrabble, but it's 3-dimensional. See, I love that because I can't tell you how many times I played Scrabble and like I could totally build off of that, but not the way I want. And Upwards fixed that. Like I would play Upwards until my brain exploded. So
I guess I just had no interest in learning obscure little tiny words.
See, I don't know. I don't usually play with people that do that though.
I do.
Exactly.
I did. Because I played with my family all the time, and I would beat them, and then finally my sister, younger older sister. Anyway. My younger, older sister
They're both
got
older.
a dictionary and just started looking up crazy words. So I'd be playing and she put down like AQWZ. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, what?
I would totally do that against you.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's greatness.
Yeah.
I gotta remember to tell her that was good. That was good. I'll have to, yeah.
So I stopped playing it after they started looking up weird words. Anyway, Scrabble, my number 6.
Funny. That's funny. All right, my number 5 is another one from my high school times. I said I liked all of my games on my list. Let me talk, man.
You still like this game?
Here's the problem. I'll tell you about it. Mindtrap. Loved this game. Played it quite a bit for a while until I realized that we knew all the answers. And so we're like, okay, we'll put it on the shelf for a while and still remember all the answers. So it's not really challenging to me anymore. And Mindtrap always also had this thing, and those of you that played it a lot probably noticed that too. If it's like a 2-minute mysteries on a card kind of thing, and a lot of them were like, how did this person die? It was like, oh, they killed them with an icicle and the icicle melted and therefore the evidence of the murder has been destroyed. I'm like, they used ice for like half of the things in there, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Sorry if I spoiled that for anyone, but this is like a 30-year-old game.
Spoiler.
So
I was planning on playing that this weekend.
Were you? Oh, well, enjoy it by yourself. Now you know half the answers. So yeah, it was really fun when it was first burning our brains, and then we started to realize, we're like, click, wait a second, there's a pattern to this, and we started to solve a lot of it.
It doesn't have like packs or anything. I guess it's an older game, so they didn't do stuff like that.
They might have later on, but by then we'd kind of already broken it.
So we can get rid of this game?
I guess. I haven't taught the girls that. We can melt their brains.
No. So you got Mindtrap? Never played.
Is that all I got?
Never played it.
Well,
I have no opinion.
Yeah, that's right. I broke a game in high school.
No opinion.
No opinion. It was fun. I
just realized what I left off my list.
Oh, what? Mindtrap?
Trick-taking games.
What? You've outgrown trick-taking?
My number 5 is Yahtzee. I used to play this game over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then I played it some more. Now,
how about after that?
Now I have no interest in ever seeing Yahtzee again for the rest of my life.
But you like to roll dice, Hunter.
With a purpose.
There's a purpose. There's a little scorecard.
No. This game is dead to me. Dead.
He said dead to me.
Yahtzee,
wow.
Yahtzee now is called King of Tokyo. That's what Yahtzee is now.
That's true. I can see that.
Yahtzee just doesn't do it for me.
Man.
Now, Tenzi.
If you want to know basically what our feelings on Tenzi are, you need to go to Chaz Marlar's page and see his thrift sift. episode of Tenzi. It's magnificent.
Anyway,
Highly recommend that one.
Yahtzee. Yeah, I need a little. With the games they have today, I mean, you can throw Yahtzee in a game and not even realize you're playing Yahtzee, and that's what you're doing, right? Like King of Tokyo and what
Kingsburg?
else? Kingsburg, you don't keep and roll, right? You just roll.
You roll.
What are the games? There's other Yahtzee games. They just all flew out of my head.
Oh yeah, because they don't exist. Sagrada?
Sagrada, no.
They have dice.
Come on, roll and keep.
King of Tokyo.
Besides that, come on, guys. Chat will help me. Anyway.
Chat will help you?
Chat.
I know. Hunter No Fun Thomason. Doesn't enjoy the Yahtzee game.
Yahtzee. Don't ever ask me to play Yahtzee.
Oh, I'm so asking you to play Yahtzee.
The answer will be no.
Doesn't hurt, I'll still ask.
Alright, what's your number 4?
My number 4. Okay, this one again. I'm going to invite all sorts of chaos. Again, let me preempt this.
Oh my goodness.
I really like this game. I just like other versions of it better.
There's a heartbreaking in Homestead, Florida right now.
Pandemic. Yes, I said it.
Wow.
Sorry, Z. Now here's the thing.
She laid the hammer down.
Here's the thing. I really like Iberia. Like, if I was just gonna play a Pandemic game, I'd rather do one of the tricked up ones. Straight up Pandemic, I don't know. To me now it almost feels too basic. I know that sounds really weird because it's enough that you still have to fight to not die every single game. But, I mean, Legacy and Iberia, I'm just... sorry. I really like Iberia. Like, a lot. Playing Pandemic, I'll play it. I love it. I still play it. But it's like, if I was going to choose, I'd pick Iberia.
He's looking at you accusingly.
No. I don't want the world to perish by plague, Hector the Turtle. I just want Iberia to live.
So, I agree.
And you acted scandalized.
With some part of your statement.
Okay.
So, I agree that there are other versions of Pandemic that's better. Yeah. I like The Cure better.
Yep.
I like Iberia about the same, maybe a little better. I like Legacy a lot better. But I would still throw down some Pandemic if someone wanted to play Pandemic.
Yeah, if someone asked me, I would still play it.
But you've outgrown it.
It's not my first choice. I'm not going to say, hey, let's play Pandemic.
See, mine's at a whole nother level. Mine's like...
No, you're like, set the game on fire.
Don't even talk to me about these games.
No, I didn't say that about mine. I said I've outgrown them. Jeez, calm down, Hoss. Yeah, everybody's like, fake news and like screaming on the internet now. It's like, calm down, people. Calm down.
Wow, Pandemic. I can't compete with that.
Oh, okay, Yahtzee. Everyone was so excited about Yahtzee.
All right, you got anything else? Anyone else you want to
No, I'm sure I've said my piece.
You want to throw something else in there? Like
No, you're right. Everyone's like, Z's crying in a corner somewhere. Yeah, probably, but...
All right, my number 4 is...
Oh, totally.
Chess.
You know what? I should have put that. I'm curious what...
Chess.
Okay, you say your piece. I'm curious what
I loved chess when I was a child.
Weren't you in chess club?
They didn't have chess club in my school, but I played it in school. I loved chess. I played chess. I read books about chess.
Nerd.
I did I'm a nerd. I read books about chess. I loved chess. I never want to play chess again.
You know why? The Duke and Onitama.
The Duke, Onitama,
Boom,
Santorini.
I love those. Ooh, Santorini, yeah.
Give me any
3.
other abstract game and I'll play it before I'll play chess.
That is like super...
I didn't play that silly goblet game or whatever it's called before I'd play chess.
Oh, yeah, that's not chess. Well, yeah, it kind of is in a way. Good point. It was not silly. That was awesome. That was awesome.
I just have no interest for multiple reasons. I don't want to play chess because chess is one of those games that you need to practice and play all the time.
There's a runaway
to be
leader.
good out of it. If you play someone who's even just slightly more experienced than you, you're going to get trounced. And what's even worse, if you're equally good at chess, let's say we have the same skill level, we're playing for like 3 hours of playing that chess. Is like, and you're sitting there, are you going to move?
Unless you do that speed thing where those, oh man, you watch this, bing! They like slam that thing too. It's cool.
I just have no interest.
How about chess boxing or boxing chess?
I used to be really good at chess. I really enjoyed it, but no.
No?
Chess boxing, that's awesome. No. Not even that way.
Yep. I'm Onitama and the Duke, man. Those, if I was going to have a go-to, they're quick. They use that same mental ability, and you're right, I don't think they have as much of the runaway leader aspect that, like you said, chess has, because there's so many tactics that a normal person who just maybe plays chess here and there wouldn't even know about. There's moves in that game that just...
Well, and I don't know, and chess is very punitive too, because if you make one silly mistake, you've been playing for 2 hours and it's like, you didn't see,
oops, and,
and then the game's over. You're like, what just happened?
Well, when you move to G4, yeah.
So, yeah, no more chess. I loved it. You can slide checkers in here with this one too. No interest in checkers either.
What about Chinese checkers?
Not no Chinese checkers, no Othello. No, Parcheesi. No, any of those games.
Oh, I liked Othello. Ooh, I forgot about Othello.
All right, anyway.
I haven't played that in eons. All right, my number 3. Here we go. I'm going to tick off some more people.
Oh, dear. Oh, my. Man, you're I'm doing like the mainstream. You're doing the big heavy hitters here.
I'm telling you what I've outgrown. Again, it's not a bad game. A lot of people love it. But my number 3 is Resistance. The Resistance. I'm sorry.
You need a
Resistance.
The somewhere over here.
The Resistance.
Where Drake is like.
I'm gonna smack that duck.
The.
Okay, the cold medicine's kicking in.
All right, go ahead.
So anyway, the Resistance. Again, it's a good game. I think part of it is I've gotten to where the last few times I've played it with people that play it so much that it's like almost down to a micromanaging thing, because you do one thing, and I still sometimes, I'm kind of a noob when it comes to these games. Doesn't matter how many times I've played it, but I'll do something like, oh, so-and-so did this. That means that there's obviously so-and-so, but clearly the poison isn't in front of me. And I'm like, what just happened? I just picked this card. And everyone reads all this stuff, and all of a sudden you're the traitor, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm so done with this. I don't know. I would rather play a bunch of other social deduction games over this one. I don't know why, but so many people read so many things and nuances in this that I obviously they completely elude me. I'm like, okay, I just picked that to go. Okay, so I did something.
I don't know if the hardcore social deduction is even your style of game though. The ones where it's all there's lots of hidden rolls and hiding stuff. I mean, if you can kind of sit back and just play the game, like Deception and Salem and some of those games like that.
Those I really get into.
You don't really have to. People aren't directly questioning you and things like that.
Because my thing is, I will think things through, but I don't do it super lightning fast. And I'll usually come up with something really good, but I can't do it at the speed that's needed to be very good at this sort of games, I think. So, that would be... So
I love Resistance.
Yeah.
So.
I know you do. And I would still play it. However, just saying, I prefer others. So.
All right.
There you go. That one's more of a... I stink at that game probably more than outgrew it so much. It's just like, so many people are just at a whole nother level on that game that I just don't enjoy it as much. So.
Bye, Dean. Have a good flight.
So, right. You're on number 3, sir.
My number 3.
What you got?
Is should be my number 1, but it's not. Get it?
Get it?
Get it?
I get it.
Get it?
I get it.
Uno! I loved Uno when I was younger. I played the mess out of Uno. I played Uno so much it warped. The cards got, like, worn down to, like...
Don't tell the girls. Oh, my gosh.
Played this game so much. It is a horrible game.
We were going to have an Uno marathon with the girls this weekend.
Don't kill me. It's a horrible game. Uno is so horrible.
It's not horrible. It's a card game. And you have,
So horrible. That game is bad.
Don't tell the girls. You're lucky they're asleep right now. So lucky.
The reason that game is so horrible is because you can literally
Literally?
go from one card and before you know it, you got 32 cards in your hand. You're like, what just happened? I have 32 cards now. You have like a stack of cards. Just a stack of cards.
There's no way you could possibly win unless it starts happening to the other players. And
then
slowly
four hours later, you're like, I hate this game.
Awesome.
But I did play lots of Uno, just sitting around, chit-chatting, talking about stuff on road trips in school to academic competitions, and played tons of Uno. But the only way I'll play Uno now is if a young little girl comes up and says, Daddy, please play Uno with me. And I'm like,
whatever.
One game.
He does that with it. Please, may I have a pony?
But yeah, Uno, man. No bueno.
Uno, no bueno. Yo soy fiesta. Junior Spanish.
This game, it's just so swingy. Like,
that's the technical term, by the way.
It's just like all over the map. One card. I got one card. Now I got 10 cards. Now I got 2 cards. Now you got 20 cards. Now you got 1 card. Someone win. Uno.
All right. My number 2 is going to tick off even more people.
Oh, man. You're just...
I know. I told you. This is stuff I've outgrown.
I don't even want to see this.
Yeah, you probably don't.
Oh, wow. Batten down the hatches, Drake. We're going in.
All right. My number 2. I'm ready. I can take it.
Oh, Drake.
I lumped them all together.
Protect me. Protect me, Drake.
Star Wars games.
All of them.
I picked the one we owned, but sorry.
Is that the only Star Wars game we own?
Probably, yes. It's not that they're bad games. In fact, some of them are like some of the highest rated games out there. I know Rebellion, it's like through the rafters. Everybody's talking about them. I am burnt out on Star Wars. It's no one's fault that's in our game group or anything. But between my aunt and my high school boyfriend and some of my other friends, I am sick to death of Star Wars. I could probably win at Star Wars trivia against just about anybody. And I could quote the original 3 movies in my sleep. And I kind of got to the point where I'm just kind of like over the whole thing. And yeah. So it's nothing that anybody did. It's just that the theme for me is like, I'm just done with it. That's all. I'll play the games. I don't care. I love the games behind them are awesome. But I'm just kind of over them. I like the new movies. New movies are amazing. It's not like I'm like so burnt out I don't even watch those. I totally like the new movies and stuff. I'm all over that. But if someone says pick this over a different kind of game, I'd probably pick the other game. Just because I'm kind of Star Wars'd out in general. So there you have it. You have no comment, eh?
I'm not gonna jump in front of a bullet for you.
Oh my gosh,
I mean, I'm honestly, I'm almost. I wouldn't say I dislike the Star Wars thing. I'm almost indifferent to it.
Yeah.
Where you say you dislike it and you're burned out on it, I'm more indifferent. I could take pirates. I could take Star Wars. I could take zombies. I could take. It's just another theme. Whereas, like, fantasy, I really enjoy fantasy themes. I really enjoy Star Trek themes. I really enjoy economic games. There's certain categories I like.
Yeah.
You know, stock market, trading, those sort of things. But Star Wars, I don't... If a Star Wars game comes out, I don't go, ooh, it's Star Wars, what is it? I'm more like, is it a good game?
Yeah, because you're like, Star Wars is not what sells it. That's pretty much my point. And honestly, yes, Looping Chewie is pretty awesome.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with Star Wars.
It really doesn't have anything to do with Star Wars, except it's hysterical that Chewie's like sticking out of the Millennium Falcon and flying around whacking stormtroopers that are on a chip. I mean, come on, it's not really Star Wars. It could be anything. It'd still be Looping Louie. But I just picked that because that's the only Star Wars game we own. But yeah, it's
the
just...
only Star Wars game we have?
Yes, it is. We just don't... It's just one of those things where, yeah, we're just kind of... Well, I say we. I'm just kind of... I'm burnt out on it, and it's not... It's just like I said. I'm not kidding you. Every single weekend, my aunt had that running on the television. Every single weekend.
Excuse me. Well,
so
Sounds like you had a horrible childhood.
Oh, for some people it'd be a dream, but after a while I was kind of like, meh.
All right, my number 2. We're getting to the big guns here. Number 2 is
Star Trek, yes.
Risk.
Really?
Yes. I played this game. There's a common theme. All these games on my list,
You played to
I
death.
played them
That's
to
you played them out.
death.
That's why.
The only one I probably didn't play to death on this list is Munchkin. But I played a lot, but I didn't play to death. Risk, I played 50, 100 times. I don't know how many times I played that game. Played it over, and it takes, it's long. And invariably, someone turns in a massive set at the right time and wins the game. Every game I've ever played of Risk has been someone at the right time turns in a set of cards, there's set collection, and gets like 70 armies and just plops them down on one spot and just takes the whole board. And if they don't take the whole board, then the next person turns in a set, plops down 75 armies, and takes the whole board again.
You know what my thing is with that one is inevitably when it comes down to the battle and you have to do the dice rolls, I would roll nothing. I never rolled well when it came down to those. And that's the only reason I got sick of Risk. Because I got sick of always rolling horribly on the dice and it just killed me. But yeah, it's a cool game otherwise. I don't know.
I mean, I like it. It's just
Yeah.
I understand why they do the sets and they make them escalate up bigger is because the game would last forever, right? If every time you turn in a set you got 20 armies,
that'd be awesome.
You'd be playing. The game would never end. It would never end because it's. I mean, it's otherwise if you take that, that's the only really deciding factor in the game for the most part. Is turning in those escalating sets of get more and more armies.
True.
But
there you go.
There's so many more, I guess, more strategic, more
dudes it's just games that there's so many dudes on the map game that do so many different things now. Yeah, it's I think it's not aged as well now. Yeah. There's so many different things.
I mean, nowadays.
I want to try that Risk Legacy though. I do want to try that. We have not played that yet.
Yeah, but that's just tricked up Risk. It's still Risk.
So?
I don't know. Risk. I don't want to play it anymore.
Don't ask him to play Risk.
Number 1. What's your number 1?
It's again. This isn't so much. This is really not a build up to the my number 1. Because I don't know. I don't know what I would put in my number 1 at this point. But my number 1 that I have has been mentioned before. We do have a crossover, actually. And it is... I'm waiting.
Tell us about...
No, it's not kittens.
Tell us about Munchkin.
It is Munchkin. Good job. Munchkin, again, I think what it is... And it's not that I don't know. This one, I think, because it's so punitive for a random game. Because, I love playing Flux with my girls. I think, you see Hunter's it's too random.
Flux is not on my list.
Because you never liked it.
Because I never liked it to start with.
I don't mind random, to a point. You know, the whole purpose of that game is to be random, and you know that going into it. I don't mind the constantly evolving rules and weirdness, and the fact that it's pure luck you might happen to get the card that's going to work or whatever. That's fine. I don't mind that silliness. I'll play that. But Munchkin, after a while, it's almost with that same level of randomness, except you're trying to build up a character at the same time, and people are attacking you when you finally take the lead, and I'm like, this feels like it should be one or the other. It feels like it should be a pure luck game, or it should be some kind of strategy game, but both just doesn't seem to work for me. I don't know. I never really got too excited about that game, and so when it was one of those things where we started exploring a lot more games and we're like, hey, let's play this instead, of course I'm not gonna pick Munchkin, and it's not one of those that I'm gonna be like, hey girls, do you want to learn how to play this? No, not so much. So there you go. Munchkin.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a lot of games are this way, but this really kind of highlights the dump on the leader.
It does.
And you have such an ability to dump on the leader. It's just...
And there's nothing the leader can really do to combat it at that point, too. Once you are in the lead...
Because no one's going to help you if you're in the lead,
No,
right? They want you to get trounced.
They want you to fail, and it just... I don't know, it just goes against the whole... To me, it just doesn't feel like it should be that way. The game doesn't flow right to me. So...
Yep.
Your number one, yours is built up, so let's drum roll it. Drama, suspense.
Everyone knows my number one. I don't even have to put it up here.
What are you waiting for?
Destroyer of families, destroyer of worlds, anger, unending pain. But I played it as a youth with my family, and I enjoyed it because we did stuff together in an anger fashion.
What? In an angry fashion? You could just say angry fashion.
Angrily fashion. The angerness was immense.
English.
I have a monopoly on the English language. Monopoly! Oh my gosh, this game. Alright.
First of all, no one plays it by the right rules.
I'm about to say, my first caveat is I probably have never played this game correctly.
Yes,
ever.
we have.
No, we've never played base Monopoly
Oh, that's
together.
true. We haven't. We played Tricked It Up with the girls.
I've never played, as far as I know, base Monopoly by the rules. It may be a great game by the rules. I don't know. But this game has massive runaway leader problems. It has massive luck problems. It has massive just everything problems.
It's a hot mess.
It is this game. Now, if you play by the rules, I hear that if you actually play strictly by the rules, the game is faster. It doesn't drag on as much. There all the house ruling of basically the thing is the most of the money flows out of the game, and there's not a lot of money coming back into the game. And if you play free parking and all this other stuff, you're bringing money back into the system, and that extends the game. But it's just luck, and I'm convinced that the first person that gets the first Monopoly, I'd like to run some statistics on this if I was really bored.
Yeah.
The first person to get the first Monopoly probably wins the game 90% of the time.
Oh, there it is.
And I proved this to my older brother because I got angry and said this game is broken. Whoever gets the first Monopoly wins. Every time. People giving me crap.
No.
So what I did is I said, okay, we're going to play, and I'm going to take the crappy, just passes the go properties, give me the Monopoly at the start of the game, and I'll win every time, and he never beat me.
I just wanted to point out that Tommy mentioned that he said, may I suggest Star Wars Monopoly? You can tell us about it.
No. Sorry, Drake.
Oh, man.
But anyway, this game is just, I don't know, I mean, it's just, there are so many amazing economic games that are out there today.
That's true.
Why would you even want to touch this game?
Hey, you know what? When I was a little kid, my brother and I had a blast playing this game. Do you know why? Because we created a ghost third player, and we swindled him out of his money. We had a blast playing that game.
You played Monopoly with a ghost player?
We did.
Oh, my.
And it was awesome. I was 6, okay?
Oh,
it was amazing.
Man.
That was the best game ever. You'd just be like, oh, he can't afford that, so we'll auction off his property for $1. Hey, I'll take that. It was awesome. It was the best game ever. Best game ever. We had a ball.
Anyway, Monopoly, I mean, it yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of something good to say about it.
Your daughters
good memories.
happen to like...
Good memories. Monopoly Empire is not that bad. The
it's
game's
kind
pretty
of fun.
fast.
Yeah, and it's fast.
But
and the
very
girls
random.
like it.
But anyway, it's my number one, Monopoly, for all the reasons that everyone ever says. Including no one plays it right.
That too. Which I still find amusing. Why we willingly don't read the rules right and make that game 3 or 4 hours long is amazing to me.
I mean, the whole point of Monopoly is that the money is coming out of the system, and there's very little ways to get money back into the system, right? It's a closed system, but if you're if you're always introducing the money that should be going away is staying in the system, it extends the game longer and longer and longer. But anyway, Monopoly.
There you go.
There you have it, folks. Our top 10. You asked for it.
You asked for it. You got it.
Games that we have outgrown. Tell us in the comments
What you've outgrown.
down below what you've outgrown and why we're completely wrong about half these games.
Oh my gosh, you opened up a can of worms. Oh, I've seen it, like, Tommy's, like, subscribed and unsubscribed, like, 4 times during this.
Oh, well.
Yeah, there's some... Oh, man.
They mentioned I actually remember to turn the number
You
1
did!
off.
Hey, good job! You must be feeling better.
It took me 20 times to get rid of that graphic.
That's true. I love it that they're encouraging
Should we scroll
you.
back or just go forward?
Yeah, sure, real quick. We should probably real quick.
We'll go
We're going to scroll through it really quickly. Because I think there were a few things. You guys were predicting Monopoly early on. I find that amusing. That's pretty awesome.
Thanks for first timers. People seeing
Yeah,
us live for the
hey!
first time.
Glad you guys
That's
can
cool.
make it to the live stuff the first time. That's pretty awesome.
Calling you a heretic, unsubscribing.
I told you they were going to yell at me. I knew people were going to have a cow. I didn't say I hated them.
A lot of
Just
people
said
say
I've
they
outgrown
haven't. They hate Munchkin. They never played Munchkin. People are sick of Munchkin.
Yeah, so you see, you're on pretty much the same wavelength as we are about Munchkin.
Paperback's better than Scrabble.
Yes, Paperback's awesome.
Gaming Wife played Girl Talk, History Date, and Mall Madness.
Yeah! Awesome! Mall Madness. My friend had that game.
Wordsy. I hear that. I've been heard good things about that. So.
Wordsy. Ooh.
What's this Yahtzee? What? I assume that's Yahtzee.
Yahtzee's still fun.
Yahtzee Slam. Saying that I'm freaky because my list is good.
People are yelling at me. The worst. You're
Fake
the worst.
news.
I told you they were yelling fake news.
Rising Tide Pandemic.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that. There's another pandemic coming out.
Ducks and Loons. No Ducks and Loons tonight.
No Ducks and Loons. We haven't outgrown that game. We're just getting started with it.
Wow, Tommy's hating on your list tonight, man.
Yeah, well.
Say it, Star Trek. Stock market Star Wars game. I'd play that.
Ooh, I did see someone's comment about they should make a game about building the Death Star. Now that sounds interesting.
Resource management game?
Yes, like you must build the Death Star. I think that would be a blast. Literally. To a planet. So, yeah, no, I think that would be really cool. It looks like we're pretty much caught up on the stuff. So,
all right, folks. Nope, that's it.
All right.
You want to exit? I never get to exit.
Do it.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We really enjoyed your company and all the nice things you said in the chat.
What?
This may be the first video I've made where I got good comments about my list. I thank you for that. That's wonderful.
He's sick.
If you unsubscribe, please resubscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. That'll be awesome too. So thank you so much. We'll see you very soon.
Yeah.